co-chair and co-CEO of DC Studios and producer of Superman, Peter Safran.
Let's go! Hello, London! How's everybody doing?
Let's go!
It is incredible to be here for this event, here in Leicester Square, for a little sneak peek of Superman. Leicester Square is where I saw the original Superman movie in 1978, so it's extraordinary to be back here for this. It really comes full circle. But what is more exciting is that I get to introduce my partner at DC Studios, but also the writer, director, and producer of Superman, James Gunn.
Yeah! Let's go! Let's go!
What's up, everybody? Hey, this is so weird being here because we had the premiere of first Guardians of the Galaxy in this very same theater. I was back there with you guys. Thank you for being here. Honestly, this means so much to me. And when I started making this movie, I was uncertain about whether the character of Superman was going to be able to speak to me. I wasn't even sure if I could finish this movie because he just seemed so pure of heart, so much stood for kindness and goodness in this world that I wasn't sure how he could be relevant in the world today. And as we sit here today with you guys, you know, I think he's more relevant than ever. I think he is a light in this world, and I've grown to fall in love with the character as well as the whole gang, Lois and even Lex. And so I just really want to thank you guys for being here. It has been an incredibly arduous journey for us from the beginning, but also rewarding, you know, surrounded by such wonderful people. And, you know, really I can't leave this stage without talking about how this is all due to Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster and the millions and many comic book writers and artists. Superman is a collaborative effort. This is my ode to the comic books that I grew up being in love with. The stories, the humanity, the characters, and to be able to try to create that world of superheroes and robots and flying dogs and aliens and sorcery and, you know, science so extreme. It seems like sorcery, and put that on the big screen is so exciting to me. So I hope you guys enjoy this little piece, and I hope to see you in the theaters in about a week. So, and we'll see you afterwards, right?
Yeah, exactly. We'll be back for a little Q&A.
We'll be after afterwards. Okay, thank you guys.
Let's go!
Let's go!
I've just seen the first 30 minutes, or 30 minutes of the film. I've got to say,
I think it was alright.
I'm going to give that like a 3 out of 10. The shit was ass. That was so boring. They gave us about 15 minutes of an interview. I didn't give a shit about. The shit was ass. Man of Steel, so much better. You know what it is? They made it too child friendly and too babyish. I don't know what they were doing.
Oh, right, okay. So, now we're back. I've got great pleasure in introducing the people responsible for bringing Superman back to the big screen. So please make them feel so welcome. We have got co-chair and co-CEO of DC Studios and producer of Superman, Peter Safran. Taking on the role of Lex Luthor, it's Nicholas HAULT.
Let's go! Let's go!
She's your Lois Lane, it's Rachel Brosnahan.
Hey!
Clark Kent and Superman, it's David Corenswet.
Hey!
And last but by no means least, co-chair and co-CEO of DC Studios, writer, director and producer of Superman, James Gunn. Ah, indeed.
You're doing okay, Rachel.
Very much.
We all had a big discussion backstage about what Rachel's dress was going to do when she sat
Whether or
down.
not I could sit.
You've never sat down in the dress.
Never tried it. Turns out it's okay.
Yeah.
So far.
We were afraid it was going to be
Sigh of relief with me.
a different type of show for the folks in London.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
What?
To quote Chris. Okay, James, going to start with you. Going to start with the obvious. What does it feel like bringing Superman back to the gigantic screen for this new generation?
I mean, good.
Give me more adjectives. Let's go for it. Let's go for the full thesaurus.
It's I mean, listen, it's challenging, you know, because you're taking probably one of the 5 most iconic characters in popular culture of all time and trying to create him for a modern day audience. And you know, I think the sort of tool that I was armed with that helped me is that I'm a huge Superman fan. So because I'm a fan, I think I had a basic understanding of what at least I thought was essential to the character, and then places that we could, you know, change things up a little bit and make it fun and do some unexpected things for the audience. But the main thing I wanted to do was to allow people to really get to know Superman, to know him on a deeper level, to see what his beliefs were, to see what his flaws were, to see, you know, what his relationship was like, and see what his relationship to the government was like. And yeah, it was a lot of fun doing that.
I think the great thing about watching you outside,
It's
actually,
important that, you know, people look up to treat everyone with respect. It's the first thing I said to David when he came on board. I'm like, we can't, you know, there's no assholes here. It's really just, it's got to be somebody, you got to treat everybody with kindness. And I think playing Superman, it's even doubly true.
well, this is it. And I wanted to ask David, Rachel, Nicholas, you know, when it comes to creating your own versions of these characters, what challenges, if at all, did you find, you know, doing that, and what joy did you find in creating these new versions of these characters? Because, you know, I guess to most people, they're thinking of Christopher, they're thinking of Margot, they're thinking of Jean. So how did you go about finding your truth, I guess, in those characters? I'll start with you, David, no pressure.
Well, first in the script that James wrote, which was incredibly surprising to me, original, a huge, fantastical world in the first 10 pages, just things that I didn't know existed in Superman's universe. So I was immediately surprised. I immediately saw a different world relating to those elements, as Superman was going to feel different. I think the thing that surprised me was I came in with some ideas about who Superman is and his stoicism and his steadfastness. And it's not that those things didn't become a part of our version of the character, but James sort of kept pushing me gently, and sometimes not so gently, back towards my first instincts, not so much as an actor, but as a person. When you take on a role, you generally don't want to start with your first instincts, because you can end up playing yourself more than you're playing the character. You want to find the character, you want to find the ways that they're different from you. And James just sort of kept guiding me back towards what I felt like were my first instincts. So in the end, I found that my version of Superman was more like me than I expected him to be, which made it so much more fun to play, and now makes it so much more fun to share with you all. I feel so much more connected to the character than I expected to. And to see that reflected back in people's appreciation and joy and excitement is really wonderful. Appreciates, as a character, he appreciates most about himself the human things. Much more than his strength and his ability to fly, he loves the parts of himself that love and care and have fun with people and have fun being with people.
Yeah, the Kents raised him well. So
Yes, indeed.
So Rachel, when it comes to Lois, I mean, she's... Wow. Joe, I love the closeness of this crew. I can really feel it. It's a beautiful thing.
I remember, you know, when, I mean, it's no secret, but, you know, Nick auditioned for Superman, and I just was like, oh my God, he's so good. He's such a good actor. He's so much better than David Cornswell. No. But he doesn't seem like Superman, you know, and it's like sometimes, you know, I think there's a common belief in, you know, by the public that the best actor gets the role, and David's an amazing actor. Like, that's why he was able to do this role. But Nick was just so amazing, and I just kept watching him, you know, because we screen tested, and he was on the monitors, and I just kept watching him, and I just kept putting my finger above his hairline and going, oh my God, this is a gigantic opportunity. He's like, Lex is kind of my favorite. I mean, I love Lex in the movie, and so when, you know, we finished there, I called up Nick, who auditioned for Superman, but did not audition for Lex. And said, would you please, you know, be Lex Luthor? And that really, him coming in and doing that, that's when the whole thing came together. It really is, there's a dynamic between the three of them in and out that's like, you know, really.
But to Nick's credit, Nick, to your credit, when I was talking to his agent, called me and said, when Nick first read the script, when we said we wanted to test him for Superman, Nick called his agent and he said, God, the Lex Luthor role is great. And the agent said, shut the fuck up, you're going in for Superman. So he always thought in his mind that Lex was the role.
But what was meant to be was meant to be, and here we are now. Now, we've got to talk about Easter eggs, because everybody loves an Easter egg, without spoiling it too much.
Just coming out of the screening for Superman, 30 minutes, can't lie. What? Pretty mid. It was pretty mid. As you can see, the Superman fans, there's a lot of them. Superman. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like Superman. I prefer Batman. He's my guy. So this shit, it was kind of ass. Respect to James Gunn trying, but I don't know what James Gunn's doing. Because watching it is just too child friendly. It's like they nerfed Superman. Lex was very, very good. Very good, but I don't know. I think he might be a bit of a miss. That's coming out! Superman! Yeah, pretty underwhelming, to say the least. I'm pretty disappointed. Where's my guy? Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed.
Came out of the Superman premiere from Cineworld, and bro just looked up too much. Because look at what's there. There was shit coming down whilst he was looking up. It literally came down. Crazy. Oh my.